Before I say anything else, understand this. If you've made it this far, there's something inside you that's tired of feeling drained, confused, weighed down, or trapped in a cycle that seems to repeat itself. There's a part of you that feels, even silently, that life could be lighter, more fluid, more aligned with who you truly are. And perhaps what you haven't yet realized is that this doesn't depend so much on what happens outside, but on the frequency you maintain inside. Because most people spend their entire lives trying to change circumstances, change others, change the world, without realizing that all of this responds to something much more subtle, invisible, and powerful. The way you vibrate, the field you emanate, the internal state you carry into every conversation, every decision, every thought. It's as if you're transmitting a signal all the time, even when you're silent. And what comes back to you is just the echo of that signal. Perhaps you've already felt this without ever putting it into words. Those days when everything seems to flow, people treat you better, opportunities appear out of nowhere, things fall into place with almost strange ease. And also those days when everything seems heavy, small problems become big ones, misunderstandings arise, energy drops, and it seems like the whole world has decided to turn against you. What changed wasn't the universe. What changed was the frequency you were emitting. Your vibration isn't fixed. It's not a personality trait. It's not destiny. It's a state, and states change. The problem is that when you don't know this, you become a hostage to the environment, to people, to the news, to memories, to worries. Anything has the power to pull you up or down. You enter a place and leave feeling different. You talk to someone and your energy plummets. You remember something and suddenly a weight takes over your body. This is not by chance. It's resonance. Everything that exists vibrates. Emotions vibrate, thoughts vibrate, words vibrate, your body vibrates. When two frequencies come into contact, they tend to adjust. That's why you feel better around light-hearted people and worse around heavy, burdened people. That's why an environment can inspire or drain you. And that's also why you attract experiences that match what you're feeling inside, even when consciously you want something else. You don't attract what you desire. You attract what you are in the moment. If you vibrate fear, you connect with situations that feed fear. If you vibrate scarcity, you enter experiences that confirm scarcity. If you vibrate love, clarity, presence, you begin to find people, ideas, and opportunities that reflect that back to you. It's not punishment, it's vibrational mathematics. There's a very specific point on this invisible scale of consciousness where life begins to change. Below it, you live in survival mode. Everything feels like effort. Everything feels like a struggle. Emotions like guilt, shame, anger, anxiety, and fear dominate the field. Energy freezes. Relationships become heavy. Money doesn't flow. Health suffers. The mind goes into loops. But when you cross that inner threshold, something changes. You begin to feel courage, acceptance, clarity. You start to see solutions where before you only saw problems. External reality begins to respond differently because you've changed the frequency that feeds it. And this is where the technique I want to share with you comes in, not as a pretty idea, but as a practical tool for you to get out of vibrational autopilot and take command of your own energy, because your vibration isn't something that happens to you. It's something you choose, even when you don't realize you're choosing. It all starts by bringing you back to the present moment. The mind lives in the past and the future, in regret and fear. The body lives in the present, and the present is the only place where your energy can reorganize itself. When you return to the present moment, anxiety loses its power. The weight decreases. The vibration rises. Even if you don't understand why, you feel it. Breathe a little deeper while you listen to me. Feel the air entering. Feel your body supported where you are. Feel your feet, your hands, your chest. Don't try to change anything, just notice. This simple act already begins to change your field, because you left the whirlwind of the mind and entered the present moment. And when you are present, you can choose the next step. Gratitude, not as a forced thought, but as a vibrational decision. There is always something that can be recognized. The simple fact that you are breathing now, that you are hearing this, that you are still here. When you connect with this feeling, something within you expands. Gratitude changes your body chemistry, your mind's focus, and the signal you send out to the world. It is one of the fastest ways to raise your frequency. Let this feeling grow for a while. Moments. It doesn't need to be perfect, just real. And notice how that already changes the way you feel. Now comes the most powerful part, the conscious choice of vibration. Most people let circumstances choose for them. You can choose differently. You can decide now if you want to vibrate love, peace, clarity, abundance, strength. Not as an empty phrase, but as a felt intention. When you choose, you align your field with what you want to experience. Feel this in your body, not just in your mind, as if you were tuning an instrument from the inside. Because that's exactly what you're doing. And here's a truth that changes everything. You don't control the world, but you control the frequency at which you encounter the world. And the world responds to that, always. When you change your vibration, people react differently. Opportunities arise differently. Ideas appear differently. Your whole life begins to reorganize itself around this new signal you emit. Perhaps no one has ever taught you this clearly. Perhaps you've spent years thinking you were weak, too sensitive, or a victim of circumstances. But the truth is, you are an energy field in constant emission, and when you learn to nurture that, you become magnetically different. From now on, observe. Observe how you feel after certain conversations, after certain thoughts, after certain environments, and remember that you can always return to the center, to presence, to choice. This isn't something you do once, it's something you practice, and each time you practice, your life changes a little more. Perhaps you don't yet see all of this reflected out there, but if you felt something change inside while listening to me, you've already begun, and that's what truly matters. Take this awareness into your day, into your decisions, towards how you treat yourself. Because in the end, the life you live is a mirror of the vibration you sustain. And if this resonated with you, if it touched something deep inside, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss future content, share this video with someone you feel needs to hear this, and write in the comments how you choose to vibrate from now on. This choice, when declared, gains even more power.